Good morning, students. Welcome to virtual class. Today, we are going to revise Laws of Motion Part 2. Question number 1. In first question, a force of 98 Newton. In this question, force is given 98 Newton is just able to move a block of mass 20 kilogram on a rough horizontal surface. Calculate the coefficient of friction and angle of friction. In this case, force is given 98 Newton, and in this case an object of mass 20 kilogram. Mass of object is given 20 kilogram. Rough horizontal surface. It means in this case frictional force also acts in opposite direction. Calculate the coefficient of friction. Coefficient of friction is given by F by R. We know that frictional force is directly proportional to normal reaction, and frictional force is given by mu R, and mu is F by R. In this case, question is given a force of 98 Newton is just able to move the block. It means in this case Fs is 98 and reaction. Reaction means we know that in this case reaction is equal to mg. M mass is given 20 and g 10. Therefore, we can find the value of coefficient of friction. Zero point four nine. Therefore, in this case, coefficient of friction will be equal to 0.49. Now, second part. In second part, we have to find angle of friction. Angle of friction is given by, we can use direct formula for angle of friction, and angle of friction is given by tan theta is mu is coefficient of friction, and tan theta is angle of friction. Therefore, tan theta will be equal to 0.49 and theta will be equal to tan inverse 0.49. Therefore, angle of friction will be equal to tan inverse of 0.49. We can find the angle of friction and coefficient of friction. Now, coming to next question. Question number 2. A block of mass 2 kg is placed on the floor. The coefficient of static friction is 0.4. In this case, a block of mass 2 kg is given. Coefficient of friction is given 0.4. Coefficient of static friction, and a force of 2.5 Newton. A force of 2.5 Newton is applied on the block. Calculate the force of friction between the block and the floor. We have to find the force of friction between the block and the floor. In this case, the force of friction, to find force of friction, first of all, we should find force of limiting friction, and force of limiting friction is given by mu r. Mu r is given by mg, because direction of reaction is perpendicular upwards to the surface of the body, and direction of weight is perpendicular downwards to the surface of earth. In this case, reaction and weight both are equal but opposite, but in magnitude both are equal. Therefore, R is replaced by mg. R is replaced by weight of the object. Mu is given 0.4, mass is given 2, and g is given 9.8. Therefore, uh, 4 by 10 into 2 into 98 by 10, 7.84 Newton. Therefore, in this case, force of limiting friction is 7.84 Newton, but applied force is 2.5 Newton. We know that if we want to move the object from one place to another place on this surface, then the minimum force required will be equal to 7.84 Newton. But in this case, force which is applied on the object is 2.5 Newton. It means the object does not move, because applied force is less than force of limiting friction. But 7.84 Newton is limiting frictional force between surface and block. It means the minimum force required to move the block on the surface will be equal to 7.84 Newton. But in this case, applied force is 2.5 Newton, less than 7.84 Newton. Therefore, frictional force in this case will be equal to 2.5 Newton. Frictional force will be equal to 2.5 Newton. 7.84 is limiting force of friction. But in this situation, when force of 2.5 Newton is applied, in that case, frictional force will also be equal to applied force. But 7.84 is not frictional force for this situation. For this situation, frictional force will be equal to applied force 2.5 Newton. If applied force is increased from 2.5 to 4 Newton, in that case frictional force also increases from 2.5 to 5 Newton. If we increase 2.5 applied force from 2.5 Newton to 7 Newton, then frictional force also increases from 2.5 Newton to 7 Newton. Therefore, within this case, limiting friction, before limiting friction, applied force and frictional force both will be equal to each other. Now, coming to next question, question number 3. A block of mass m is rest on an inclined plane. Let us consider the mass of the box is m. The block of mass m is at rest. The coefficient of static friction is mu. Coefficient of static friction is mu. The maximum angle of incline before the block begins to slide down. Begins to slide down, it means angle of repose. In this case, we have to find the angle, maximum angle of inclination before the block begins to slide down. Let us consider this angle be alpha. We know that when block is at rest, the weight of the block acts downward, perpendicular downwards to the horizontal surface. The reaction acts perpendicular upwards to the surface of the body or to the inclined surface. In this case, reaction is not balanced by weight of the object. Therefore, in this case, we have to resolve weight alpha. This angle is also equal to alpha mg cos alpha, and this component will be equal to mg sin alpha. And the direction of frictional force is opposite to the direction of mg sin alpha. In this case, R is balanced by mg cos alpha and frictional force is balanced by mg sin alpha. On dividing both the equations, sin alpha by cos alpha, tan alpha. And we know that frictional force upon normal reaction. Coefficient of static friction mu is given by frictional force upon normal reaction. Therefore, frictional force upon normal reaction is replaced by coefficient of friction mu tan alpha. We have to find angle alpha. Therefore, alpha will be equal to tan inverse of mu. Therefore, alpha will be equal to tan inverse of mu. Therefore, we can find the angle, maximum angle of inclination. Now, next question, question number 4. A force of 100 Newton is applied horizontally on a block of mass 10 kilogram. Mass of block is given 10 kilogram. Placed on horizontal floor of coefficient of friction 0.5. Find the acceleration of the block, and g is given 10 meter per second square. Force in this case is 100 Newton. In this case, we have to find acceleration. First of all, we know that the weight of the body acts perpendicular downwards, reaction acts perpendicular upwards, direction of force and direction of frictional force. In this case, applied force is 100 Newton, and frictional force is given by mu r, mu mg. Mu is 0.5, mass is 10 kilogram and g is 10, therefore 50 Newton. Therefore, in this case, frictional force is 50 Newton and applied force is 100 Newton. On this body, there are two forces in horizontal direction, 100 Newton, and in opposite direction, 50 Newton. Now, we know that acceleration is given by, first of all, net force in horizontal direction is given by applied force 100 minus frictional force 50. Therefore, 50 Newton. Net force on the body will be equal to 50 Newton. Or force is given by mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration 50. Mass is given 10 A 50. Therefore, A will be equal to 5 meter per second. A will be equal to 5 meter per second square. Therefore, we can find the value of acceleration, and in this case acceleration will be equal to 5 meter per second square. We can use direct formula because force of friction and frictional force. Force of friction is given by Ma and frictional force is given by mu mg. M cancel out each other. Therefore, acceleration will be equal to mu g. In limiting case, we can use this formula that acceleration is given by coefficient of friction into acceleration due to gravity. We can use this formula also in limiting case. Now, next question. Question number 5. In question number 5, a stone tied to the end of a string 80 centimeter long is whirled in a horizontal circle with a constant speed. If the stone makes 14 revolutions in 25 seconds, 14 revolutions in 25 seconds. What is the magnitude and direction of acceleration of the stone? In this case, stone is rotating in a circular path, in a horizontal circular path. Therefore, first of all, to find the acceleration when an object is moving in a circular path, at any point, centripetal acceleration, direction of centripetal acceleration at any point is directed towards the center of circular path and is along radius of the circular path. Consider center of circular path. The direction of centripetal acceleration is directed towards the center of circular path along the radius. And centripetal acceleration is given by v square by r. And in terms of omega, we should know v is replaced, v is given by r omega. R is radius and omega means angular frequency, or r square omega square by r, or we can use direct formula r omega square. Now, 14 revolutions in 25 seconds. It means omega. We can find omega from this information, and omega is 2 pi into frequency, or 2 pi by t, where t is time period, time taken to complete one oscillation, and frequency means number of complete cycles in 1 second. Number of complete cycles in 1 second. We know that in 25 seconds, in 25 seconds, number of revolutions 14, and in 1 second number of revolutions 14 by 25. It means 14 by 25, it means number of complete revolutions in 1 second. Therefore, omega is given by 2 pi frequency. Frequency means number of revolutions divided by given time. Therefore, acceleration R omega square. Omega square means 2 pi into 14 by 25 raised to power 2. Now, in this case, uh, to find angular acceleration, radius is given 80 centimeters. Therefore, radius 80 centimeter means 80 by 100 meter, or 0.8 meter. Radius is given 0.8 meter to 22 by 7, 14 by 25 raised to power 2. Therefore, we can find the value of angular centripetal acceleration, and the direction of centripetal acceleration is directed towards the center of the circular path and along the radius of the circular path. In this case, the value of centripetal acceleration is 9.9 meter per second square. 9.9 meter per second square. We can find the value of centripetal acceleration by using this formula. Now, next question. In question number 6, an aircraft executes a horizontal loop. It means a horizontal circular path of radius 1 kilometer. Radius is given 1 kilometer, 1000 meter, with a steady speed of 90 kilometer, 900 kilometer per hour, 900 kilometer per hour, or 900 into 5 by 18 meter per second. Or we can say that 250 meter per second. Compare the centripetal acceleration with the acceleration due to gravity. Very simple question. We know that when aircraft executes horizontal loop means circular path, centripetal acceleration. Centripetal acceleration is given by v square by r. V 250 and radius 1000. 250 to 1000, 62.5 meter per second square. And we know that acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. Therefore, we can compare acceleration due to gravity and centripetal acceleration. In this case, centripetal acceleration is given by v square by r. V is speed of the aircraft and r is radius of circular path. And from this, we can find centripetal acceleration, and we know that acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. Therefore, we can compare centripetal acceleration and acceleration due to gravity. Now, next question. Question number 7. The moon revolves around the earth in 2.36 into 10 raised to power 6 seconds. 2.36 into 10 raised to power 6 seconds. Time period of revolution of moon is given. 2.36 into 10 raised to power 6 second in a circular orbit of radius. Radius is given 3.85. 3.85 into 10 raised to power 5 kilometer, or 3.85 into 10 raised to power 8 meters. 1 kilo means 10 raised to power 3. Therefore, radius in terms of meter. Calculate the acceleration of the moon towards the earth. The acceleration of the moon towards the earth is centripetal acceleration. And centripetal acceleration is given by v square by r. Radius is given, but speed is not given. But time period of revolution is given. Therefore, v is replaced by r omega, r square omega square by r. Therefore, centripetal acceleration will be equal to r omega square. R omega is given by 2 pi by t. 2 pi t is time period. Period means time taken to complete one revolution, and time taken to complete one revolution is given. Radius 3.85 into 10 raised to power 8 to 3.14. Time period 2.36 into 10 raised to power 6 power 2. Therefore, from this we can find the value of centripetal acceleration of moon towards the earth, and answer is 2.73 into 10 raised to power minus 3. 2.73 into 10 raised to power minus 3 meter per second square. We can find the acceleration of moon towards the center of circular path or towards the earth. Next question. Question number 8. A body of mass 0.10 kilogram is being revolved in a circular path of diameter 1 meter on a frictionless horizontal plane by means of a string. It's it performs 10 revolutions in 31.4 seconds. Calculate the centripetal force acting on the body. In this case, first of all, mass is given 0.10 kilogram. Then radius, diameter is given. Diameter is 1.0 meter. Diameter is 1.0 meter. It means radius will be equal to 0.5 meters. Next, it performs 10 revolutions in 31.4 seconds. 10 revolutions in 31.4 seconds. And we know that frequency means number of complete revolutions in 1 second, and frequency is given by n by small t or 1 by t. N means number of revolutions, t given time, or 1 upon t. We know that in 31.4 seconds. Number of revolutions 10, and in 1 second number of revolution 10 by 31.4. Therefore, frequency is given by n upon t. N upon t, n means number of revolutions t given time. Therefore, frequency is 10 upon 31.4 or 1 upon 3.14. Frequency, unit of frequency is per second. In this case, we have to find centripetal force. Centripetal force is given by mv square upon r, m as it is, r as it is, v. V is replaced by r omega, m r square omega square by r. Therefore, centripetal force will be equal to m r omega square, and omega is given by 2 pi into frequency. 2 pi into frequency, mass 0.10, radius 0.5, 2 pi 14 into frequency, and power 2. Therefore, we can find centripetal force, and in this case centripetal force will be equal to 0.2 Newton. 0.2 Newton. From this relation, we can find the magnitude of centripetal force, and direction of centripetal force is directed towards center of circular path and along radius of the circular path at any point. Therefore, we can find centripetal force.